Hey there guys, it's Red again, and today we are going to be reviewing the JB700. This is the Bond car that is also inspired by the DB5 and the DB6, and will catch you a pretty hefty price of well, not a hefty price nowadays prices, but a decent price of $350,000 in the Legendary Motorsport. This car is a sports classic car that runs you for sports car money, which I guess it makes sense, but yeah. So, this is one of my top 5 favorite cars. Wouldn't be exactly 5, maybe 3 or 4, but definitely top 5. And that's mainly because I actually like the Sean Connery Bond films, which is where this one comes from. He has a DB5, DB6, and it's later seen in the Skyfall movie, and it is blown up in that. So, I like this car for that reason, and because it has pretty decent handling for a sports classic car, which usually it's a little bit more rigid compared to their modern day equivalents, with this being the I think it's the Debauchee 770, or if you want to extend it a little bit, maybe the Rapid GT.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
Because I think the Rapid GT is either the DB9 or the Vanguard. No, yeah, Vanguard or something like that. Vanquish. But yeah, this car runs you for sports car money and doesn't really have that too much customization. It's just your standard customization, which is usually standard across the sports classic boards. As you guys saw in the Singer video a little while back, it's a little bit. Sports classics really don't have too much customization on them. I think the only customization that was actually kind of anywhere near not normal for the sports classics was the removal of the roof. But here we are at the race, and we didn't get the boost, so we got off to a little bit of a bad start. And this car does not like off-roading too well, and by the time we're getting the voice recording done on this, the snow's come out, and I've tested it in the snow. And if you've played in the snow in GTA Online, you know that the snow makes your handling a little bit worse. So, I was driving around the snow. I was trying to capture a car with that new import and export DLC, and this could not catch up. It was going all over the place. Oh, I also forgot about the massacre earlier. Sorry about that, every massacre lovers, but yeah, it just does not like that off-roading slash anything that's not tarmac. I mean, it can handle it, but you have to go at a much more reduced pace than just flooring it. So here we are on the straight, and as you can see, that this car, when you put it through its paces, can go really fast. Here we are on the off-roading bit though, which just ends up showing us why this car is not really too much of a fan of off-roading. Because it starts spitting out even before the jump, which most cars don't really do that, except I think one did before. And we're on the last part of the off-roading bit, and it makes it through. It's only a 1 or 2 spin outs, and here comes the big jump, or what used to be the jump before I literally just skip over it each time now. By the way, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas early because there's not going to be a video out obviously for that. Unless I can get a friend to drive the new car for me. But on to my personal review. So when it comes to handling on this car, 6 out of 10. It's 6 out of 10. On tarmac or pavement, it'll excuse me. It'll do a decent amount of. It will keep on straight and it'll keep going. Once you take this car off-roading, though, it's going to have a few issues with that this car isn't built for off-roading, and it's more for the speed factor and the pavement. Then you get to speed. Speed is in its own category would be a 7 out of 10. It's one of the faster sports classic cars, but when you compare it to most of the other cars, it's more of a 5 out of 10. It's fast, but not fast. If you catch my drift. Like compared to other cars from the company in game, such as actually they don't have any other sports classic cars that are Trifati or not Trifati, Dabachi. But compared to other cars, it could do better. We have seen better from the Dabachi company in the game. And not saying this car is bad or anything. Customization, that's more of a 2 out of 10. You can only really do the stock customizations when it comes to this car. And my collectability, it's 6 out of 10. You really don't see this car anymore in GTA Online. And my personal 9, 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, I would consider it a 7 out of 10. I do love this car, but it has so many glaring issues that you have to get used to the handling of it. But that's going to have to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.